Namaste. You're sitting at home with the lockdown going on and you're wondering how to deal with those tight hips and you want to work on them so that you can sit on the floor like this and be comfortable. And well, this is one way to start, which is to sit on the floor every day and just to practice for a couple of minutes and then increase the timeline or the length of time. And that would definitely help with the hip flexibility. So yesterday we did a couple of things. Today we're going to do a combination of the sun salutation, putting some of those static poses that I showed you, and we're going to always synchronize the breath with the movements. And I always tell my clients when I'm teaching live that my instructions are a guide. So if I'm saying inhale and you're still on an exhale, it's absolutely okay. Wait to get into an inhale before you move forward with the next step. So from Sukhasana, let's just take a few deep breaths, center ourselves. You can close your eyes. Breathe out of the mouth, giving the breath a color. And then advising that the next 30 minutes is me time. So any thoughts that are distracting or not related to being in the present can be just shelved to deal with at a later date. I'm going to ask you to get onto all fours just to match the breath with the movements. And like I mentioned yesterday also, that I've got a double mat just to protect my knees. So we're going to start with the palms flat, shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, little space. Some people like to tuck their toes in. Some people like to keep the back of their feet on the mat. Please feel free to do whatever is comfortable. We'll do 3 of these. So we're going to exhale and round the back. Inhale, open the chest. Bithilasan, marjaryasan, cat and cow are always really good to release the tension from the lower back. Plus the head and the neck get a lovely stretch. Once we've done 3 of these, we can just bring the right leg forward on an inhale, bring the left leg forward on an exhale. Keeping the feet together, fingers always in line with the toes. My knees are bent because that'll help with bringing my palms flat once I start the sun salutation. And also if you're a newbie or if you're just not very warmed up. And then just unrolling, letting the head and the neck hang, keeping the knees bent. This is really important because you want to make sure that we do not put any strain on the lower back. Always avoid trying to rush out of the forward fold. And then we're going to do a round of surya namaskar, sun salutation, putting those poses together. So on an inhale, exhale, bring your palms to your heart center, which is the anahata chakra. Inhale, sweep your arms up into mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward. Swan dive, I love it. Inhale to uttanasan, that's the half forward fold. Exhale to full forward fold. Inhale, right leg back to high lunge. Technically hold the breath into left. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale into cobra. Untuck the toes at the back. Next, exhale, downward facing dog. You'll notice my fingers are spread apart, not overly, but just enough so that the weight can be distributed equally. On the next inhale, we're going to do anjanayasan, crescent. So dropping the left knee, bringing the right leg forward. Okay, if you want to take the knee a little further back on the left leg, please do. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Feel those lovely stretches. If you're up like this, it's absolutely fine. It'll take a couple of sessions of regular practice to actually allow yourself to sink into the hips. Next, exhale down. Inhale, take your right leg back. So if you lift your knee and you can take the right leg back, that's great. If not, keep the knee down. Bring the right leg back, stretch it out, and then lift your knee up, come into plank. Enjoy that for a breath because that's going to work on the core, and then exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. The drishti or the gaze point can be the toes. And then inhale left forward into crescent. Anjanayasan, drop the right knee, bring the left forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up. This helps balance when we do it from the side. Okay, back foot is untucked. I'm sinking into my hips. If you want to stay up, that's also fine. And then next, exhale down. Inhale, take the left leg back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale to baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll off the toes into downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the right leg forward into warrior two. Virabhadrasan. The right leg is forward, the left goes flat against the back of the mat, parallel. This is my favorite part where we circle the left arm so the shoulders get a good work out and the right comes up simultaneously. Helicopter or arms is usually what I call it. Okay, back is straight. If you find you're leaning forward, readjust. Keeping your knee bent, knee and the ankle are always in line with each other. If there's a tendency for the right leg to cave in, that might just be the natural bend. See if you can readjust that so it's straight. Again, don't force the body into any pose. Exhale down. Inhale, step the right back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Central nervous system loves these fluid movements. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the left forward. Right foot flat at the back. Wait till you feel rooted so that you're not wobbling. And then you're going to circle the right arm, helicopter arm, bring the left up, warrior two. You can always look back to make sure that the arms are in line. I think I have a tendency to lift them up a little bit too high. Drishti is the middle finger or a spot in the distance. Next, exhale down. Now this is again good because it is opening, so it is Very helpful with the hips. Exhale, rotate the right foot simultaneously at the back. Inhale, step your left back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right leg into lizard. So drop the left knee. Bring the right foot on the outside of the right arm. Here, if you want, bend the elbows. We'll just hold for a couple of breaths. If anything feels a little bit uncomfortable, if you're overstretched, readjust so that you're always comfortable. Breathing that healing breath, sending it over to the right inner thigh. And then on the next inhale, bring the right leg back to plank. Readjust the palms. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left lizard. Here, if you are comfortable, you don't have to drop the knee. Breathing that healing energy into the left inner thigh. Again, being gentle, not to overstretch. On the next inhale, we'll take the left back to plank. Readjust, exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, sliding into cobra. Next, exhale to downward facing dog. We're going to do an inhale, three-legged dog. Again, opening up the hips, get the hamstring stretch. Okay, my heel is not lifting up. And then bending your knee. Bring the right knee next to the right palm. Slide the left leg out. Point your toes. This is called pigeon. The stretch is all along the thigh and of course the hip. You can play with how much you want the heel out. You can either keep it close to the groin or you can keep it further away. Okay, we want maximum stretch. Then walk your head and chest down. Let your chest rest on the thigh. And of course, you can make your palms into a fist. Here you'll notice that if the breath becomes a little bit shallow, that generally means that the stretch is intense. Now you're going to inhale, lift your head and chest up. This will be a very deep, intense stretch. Make sure you're comfortable with it. Now we're going to exhale back to downward facing dog. So tuck your left toes in, bring the right leg back. Readjust into downward facing dog. Do another three-legged dog to release tension. Exhale down. And then we're going to do inhale left three-legged dog. Pado, adho, mukh, svanasan and transition to kapotasan. Left knee next to the left palm. Slide the right leg out. Walk the head and chest down. Here we're going to visualize that we're sending the breath over to your left inner thigh and wherever else we feel the stretch. And then we're going to inhale, lift head and chest up. Tuck the right toes in. Bring the left back to downward facing dog. Make sure that you're rooted. And then we're going to do inhale left, pado, adho, mukh, svanasan, three-legged dog. And back down again. Inhale, step the right leg forward to end. Exhale, left, feet together. Make sure that we're rooted, stable, and grounded here. My knees are still bent over here. And then we're going to inhale to uttanasan, the half forward fold. Exhale to padahastasana, which is the full forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Tadasan, palms in front of your chest. Samasthiti, palms by your side. So, yesterday I said this is really good for warming up. And now it is time to just relax. So, lying down in savasan, on our back. Okay, bringing the knees up, taking a few seconds to relax. From here, I'm readjusting because I've got the sun showering its blessings on my face. I'd like to do happy baby feet. So what you're going to do is bring your knees up, keeping them bent. See if you can grab the soles of your feet. And then what we want to do is we want to push the legs away out to the sides and away from the body. So this is one way. The other way is bend the knees a little further and wrap your arms around. Use the elbows to push. So this is like balasan, garland pose, which we do sitting down, but this protects the lower back. We're still very cognizant of the stretches and sending the breath over to those stretches. Okay. From happy baby feet, and again, this can be held for 3 to 5 to 8 breaths, or if you're doing a second count, 30 seconds or more. Whatever is super comfortable for your body. And then bringing your knees back, you can just give yourself a little bit of a hug. Thank your body. And then bringing the feet flat on the ground. We're going back into supta, baddha konasan, which is the reclined bound angle pose. Sometimes people want to press down into the sides with their hands because they really want to get that stretch. I would strongly suggest, as I was taught, gravity will do its work, and I can already begin to feel it. So today, if you notice, I don't have any pillows over here. Do feel free to drop in suggestions, comments, questions about hip opening poses. There are a lot of them. I have just kind of touched upon some of my favorite ones that I would like to roll out to everyone. Whenever you feel that baddha konasan, supta baddha konasan is getting a little tense, gently help your thighs lift up. Okay, stretch your legs out. And then one of my other favorite ones to do, if we have, because we do have a few seconds, is to actually do a lying down version of the eagle pose. So we've done the eagle arms. Now here what I'm doing is I'm bringing my right leg and wrapping it around my left. But so normally we do this standing up. However, just for a little bit of fun, I am going to drop the knees down to the side. This gets pretty intense. Okay, my arm will lift up on the left side, so I'm just going to bring it closer to my body so I don't feel so uncomfortable. And then I'm just going to lift up, keeping my legs wrapped the way they are. Okay, and I've got to readjust. Bring the knees down to the other side. So you'll always find that one side, like for me, this side is the left side is a lot more comfortable. I could lie here for hours like this. And there's a very gentle stretch along the side, going up the length of my body. And then we're just going to inhale back up. Okay, wrap the other way around. And then come down on an exhale to the right side. So here you're really connecting with your body, because you're going to notice that this stretch along the left side of the body going up the torso is really intense. And then just bring the left arm closer to the body, because the further away it is, the more intense the stretch is. Then you're going to inhale back up, and then just exhale over to the left. Okay, bring the right arm further down. So I know a lot of people tend to say that, the shoulder should be fully down on the ground. Well, if it's not, that's absolutely fine. And then inhale back up. So this would be supta garudasan, reclined eagle pose from here. Because we've done a lot of things on the hip front, and that of course has a cascading effect on the lower back, I'm going to just do a bridge or two, setu bandasan. So chin tucked in, feet are flat on the mat. I'm going to inhale, lift up the hips, feel the stretch, and then gently exhale vertebrae by vertebrae back down. One more inhale up. And exhale. Stretching the legs out into savasan, corpse pose. Okay. Palms facing up next to the body. The reason that we do the corpse pose with the palms facing up is so that the prana that we generate as a result of our yoga practice revolves around the body and doesn't get lost or sent back down to the earth. You're bringing the awareness to the breath. Bringing the awareness to the mind. Just observing how we felt at the start and now how we feel at the end. We're doing a few seconds of the final relaxation, but I'm not going to give the cues. Just enjoy the silence and embrace the noises that we can hear around us. And if the mind wanders, it's absolutely fine. Just let it wander. Notice where it wanders off to. Don't admonish yourself if it wanders. And then gently bring the mind back to the rise and fall of the belly. Okay, inhale deeply. Gently wiggle the fingers and the toes, bringing the energy and the awareness back to the body. Bringing the feet together, interlock your fingers behind your head. Okay. Feel all the tension releasing throughout the body. Then rolling over to the right. Taking as long as one wants to be here in this space. Just enjoying the nowhere to go, nothing to do. Then coming to a cross-legged seated position. Again, thank you for joining me. Have an awesome weekend. It's a beautiful sunny day here. And I look forward to seeing everyone next week. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have an awesome day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.